morning, everyone. Slept in, changed up the game plan. Just started my first 4 miles in 48 hours. My challenge. It's warm, it's muggy, a little, how can I say, a little cloudy, rainy, but I'm pacing myself, speed walking. I don't know. I am working in between while doing these 48 hours. I'm still working, so I'm pacing myself at the moment, going with a walk, see how I feel in between it, may get a run in. Let's see. See you guys at the end of the first 4 miles. Peace. So I had a conference call, so I finished about an hour ago. With that being said, first 4 miles done. And that's something that first mile I didn't want to do. Mentally, before I even started, mentally I wanted to already push it back, which is crazy to me. I wanted to push it back to like 12 or something. And then I kicked it back into high gear, just did it. Second mile was great. Third mile, I was motivated. Fourth mile, I was like, all right, I'm here, you know. So it was interesting to see how the mind works during that whole entire process. Interesting for me, to say the least. So it was good to go. We only got a couple more to go. I'm back out of here in 2 hours. So it's let's see how the next one goes. I did learn some things from it. So here we go, baby. Keep it pushing. 4x4 by 48. Operation turnaround. Starting a little early than expected. Conference call this morning about 2 hours ago kind of threw off my schedule. So now at this moment, have to look for the energy to knock out these next 4 miles. I'm doing this while I'm working. Note to self that I am most definitely going to journal. Don't do this while working. Have as much free time as possible if it's your first time doing it, or start around 8 p.m. That way majority of your work is done at night, where you can dedicate majority of your time to what you're doing and what you're trying to get out of it. That's note to self, but here we go. Next one. This kind of sucks and blows, but let's get it in. Just finished my third one, 12 miles in. I don't know what I learned much about this one. Feet are a little, I'll just give an analysis. I'm getting a blister on my right foot. Knees are a little sore, a little swollen. I think tonight after my 11 o'clock one, I'm gonna sit back and maybe do an Epsom salt bath or something along those lines. But 3 down. 12 miles, baby, 3 down. Stay tuned. Finished the last 16, 4 miles, which gives me a total of 16. I didn't, mixture of walk run, wasn't all walk on this one. Struggle mentally, especially when there's a lot of noise around you. When there's a lot of noise around you, you gotta cancel that noise. Cancel that noise, baby. Cancel that noise and go out and achieve what you need to achieve. That's what leads to greatness. That's what will lead you to that next level. This fourth one wasn't really mental in the sense of canceling the noise, but as far as wanting to quit or anything like that, not too bad. Not too bad in that aspect. Cancel the noise. I am 24 miles in. Feet are hurting. I'm hurting. But boy, oh boy, embracing that pain. I'm feeling comfortable in the pain. I think that's a real scary good place to be, because when you're comfortable in pain, man, you'll embrace the challenges the world has to send. Almost at the halfway mark. We're going to get there. Goal is to be done by 08. That's the goal. Be done by 08. Stay tuned. 48 miles complete. Emotional time. I'm emotional. Don't really know what to say, but I didn't meet the 8-hour deadline, the 08 deadline, the 48-hour deadline. I went over by 3 hours, but I still hit the 48 miles, and I just knocked out the last 12 miles straight. Not easy. Gonna assess, and from the assessment, put it all back together and try again. Peace. Welcome back, Operation Turnaround. This video, you guys are gonna see the recap of my 4x4 by 48, and videos being edited by my daughter Destiny. Love you to death. She is one of the first employees of Operation Turnaround. Loves doing this kind of stuff. It's a great moment for us to spend time together and us to through the virtual world. Love you, and let's get this done. Here's the recap, and here's how it went, and here's how it turned out. Hope you guys enjoy Operation Turnaround. Peace. So now that you guys have seen the clips of the outcome and how everything went, here's what I learned for myself. Everything is mental. Everything is mental. I had to push myself to complete this challenge. Completed basically 48 miles in 51 hours. It took me 51 hours to get it complete. Now that I got it complete, I have to sit down, have to go back to the drawing board and put it together, because I'm gonna do it again in 6 weeks. So I set up a 6-week running plan that I will be starting tomorrow. Today is Monday, so I'll be taking kind of an off day, not really. I'm still gonna get 2 miles in, and then get up bright and early tomorrow, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and start getting back at it. So I realized a couple things. I realized that I can't do it while I'm working. That's most definitely was a challenge. Can't do it while I'm working. Speed is key. If I could knock out every 4 miles in 40 minutes, that gives me approximately at least 3 hours and 20 minutes, or at least 2, to fully recuperate, to fully heal the body, to fully get ready for the next one. And I'm talking about shower, stretching, cool down, getting some fuel in you, maybe a power nap, and pushing through again. That piece was tough. I overslept a couple times, and I found myself behind the 8 ball, most definitely. What else I learned from this challenge? Oh, feet, running socks. Need some running socks because my toes were done, blistered up. What else did I learn? Hydrate. Plan. Have your clothes laid out for the next run. Have everything ready for the next run. Have your, possibly your route already mapped out in your head. Most definitely. That's all race stuff. That's all run stuff. And it could most definitely be done. So I kind of most definitely saw how I can get better. Here's what I learned about life. Oh, you're going to get punched in the mouth all the time, man. You're going to get punched in the mouth, and it's how you adapt to it. These 48 miles literally taught me about perseverance to a new level, because you're putting yourself in it. Nobody's forcing you to do it, and you're running your race. You're racing yourself. It taught me about consistency, intensity, and integrity. I felt bummed out when I saw the clock, and I knew I wasn't going to make it. And at that moment, I was faced with a real decision. Do I pack it in and go in and just say, the hell with it? Or do I keep going? I kept going. And the one thing that I can honestly say was my biggest takeaway of this whole entire process was, once you become comfortable in uncomfortable situations, you become a bad person. You become a real bad person. A lot of people would disagree with me. A lot of people would say, "Oh, then you're becoming like a pessimist," you know. Yeah, you're. I'm not a pessimist. What's the word? Masoquista. That's how we say it. Masochist. You become one of those, right? And the reality is, pain is gonna come. Mud is gonna come, especially now in the times that we're in. It's coming. It's up to us to get comfortable in swimming in that mud to be able to come out of it. Because how can you come out of anything that you're not comfortable being in? How? And that's the one thing. So I most definitely am going to document my trainings for the next one. The series is going to be how to improve my 4x4 by 48. How? I'm going to take this 6-week training program, get better, knock it out the ballpark, and see you guys in 6 weeks. But I will be documenting my entire runs, my exercise, my workouts, and put them up on Sundays, record them during the week, and put them up on Sundays to show the progress. Right now I'm busy with work, so it's kind of hard for me to post a little bit more consistently, but I will try to do so. Another thing, it's another thing that I most definitely would like to share with you guys is I had a goal. I was 215 when this all started about a week ago, and I had a goal of losing 2.5 pounds a week. I'm down to 208, ladies and gentlemen, 208. That's another thing. I think in the next 6 weeks, if I can get down to a 200 even, or maybe even a 195 range, I think my time will get better also. So I'm 208 right now. I'm gonna most definitely watch the diet and exercise. I'm gonna train 6 weeks, and after these 6 weeks, I'm gonna try the 4x4 by 48 again. Stay in tune, stay in touch. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. Here it goes, baby. Operation Turnaround. 4x4 by 48. David Goggins, great challenge. The challenge that got me motivated to do some more. And man, I can't wait to see what happens. So in one way, I did not succeed in complete my 48 miles in 48 hours. However, I did find out a lot about Carmelo Hernandez, and I did get to start awakening that beast. And it doesn't mean that because we didn't get it the first time, we don't get to start awakening that beast. And it doesn't mean that because we didn't get it the first time, we don't dust ourselves off and come and try again. And that's what mindset is, and that's what Operation Turnaround is all about. See you guys soon.